Broughton, and this is a resolution to appoint Mayor Broughton as Vice Chairman of the Infrastructure Committee. And I'm prepared to go for each resolution recommendation.
Okay, thank you. Is there a seconder?
I'll second that.
Okay. Is there any discussion? This is, I guess, reflects back about a year ago, that was on the table. Any discussion? Thank you, Councillor Bain.
One of the things I like about the infrastructure committee is that there was very little council involvement in it, so that we could get from the residents a representative of all kind of sort of skilled people advising council of what their take on the infrastructure needs of the community would be. And to me that is a valuable alongside or sort of para-council, aside council committee advising staff and council of things. And I think if we put more council into it, we lose some of the benefit to it. So I'm happy with Cllr Ando being the sole council member on it. We've got interim CAO McGradu there for staff and input. And I think for my way of thinking, that's sufficient. I'm quite happy with the way it is.
Any further discussion?
I thought in seconding the motion is that it would bring, I'm certainly very pleased with Cllr Ando. That is not the issue at all. I don't have that issue. The structure of a committee is indeed one member of council at least. But I wonder if the corporate knowledge that the mayor has wouldn't expedite the roles of the members and keep them enable them, perhaps is the word, to stay on the stay focused on what they should do. Now, I am in no way being critical of Cllr Ando or the committee.
No.
I'm just thinking that it might it might help. It might help, and I guess I would expect Cllr Ando to continue on as first,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Mayor Broughton, if it's the will of council, to be second and take the second role in position rather than controlling it.
Totally.
So that's my thinking behind it
Yeah.
at this point.
Councillor Ando?
I'd like to make an amendment to the
Sure.
resolution, please. If Mayor Broughton would like to be on the committee, then I'm happy to resign as chair, and you're welcome to be the chair of the committee. Because, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that the body could stay apolitical, so.
I don't know what recommendation I might have at this point. I would say that that's very political, that kind of.
I can tell you that we, after a council meeting, that the 4 members
Yeah.
besides the mayor agreed that they wanted me to proceed with the infrastructure committee. And I did so on one condition. And so if that condition isn't met and it's not a threat, I'm happy to move aside and have somebody else take the committee. I have no qualms about that, and it's not political.
It's not political, it's conditional.
It's
Yeah, well,
The only thoughts that I have, well, I'll speak to council on this, is that the committee, that there is, with so many changes in the village, there is infrastructure information that can be brought to bear, including about the 2020 205 master plan. I mean, as of last February, when we created the committee, I was to sit on it as vice chair, so, I mean, I honestly, I'm at sixes and sevens as to what to say, except that this is a committee that has, a lot of importance and lots of, new energy to the committee, which I really thought. And, there's a level of depth of work that needs to be done by a committee, that would be helpful. So I'm sorry, yeah.
Conditional and resolutions aside,
Yeah.
I'd be thinking in terms of getting more horsepower, not less, out of the
Yeah, same
opportunity
here.
here. I'd put it forward as vice chair, second to Cllr Ando
Yeah.
as chair. I could amend this quite easily as ex officio participation,
Yeah, sure.
if you would not be able to vote.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And I would fail to see how that would be a political situation.
Yeah. It does mean that you sit at the table and you participate. Yeah, I mean, I would be absolutely fine with that. It's,
And I think to me that actually respects your situation with 6 elected terms of knowledge.
it's one of those times in Lions Bay that we need the cross-pollination of information for sure.
When is the next committee meeting?
The date hasn't been determined.
Is that determined?
It
When-
was, 2 dates were put forth, the 22nd and the 29th, and one committee member cannot make
Okay, that happens, I know that.
each of one of the 2 meetings, so, I'm looking at trying to find another date, and I don't know whether, interim CAO is able to make either of those 2 dates either, so, at this point, we don't have a date.
Councillor Ando, I wonder if that, the mayor being advisory only and not a voting member, helpful. I mean, would change your point of view, because I really don't want to lose you. That was not my intention.
I'm happy to step aside.
Well, maybe
if
nobody
if
wants you to step
feel-
down.
If you feel that
Um,
that she should be on the committee, I'm happy to step aside. I have no qualms about that, none whatsoever.
Yeah, I have to say, Cllr Ando, we work as a council. What I'd like to do is maybe suggest a tabling motion, because we work as a council, and we work together, and I'm quite, I would say, concerned that council has different views on many things, but I would suggest that we need to work as a council for the best interest of the community all the time. So that would be my thing, and maybe table.
I'd be happy to
motion.
table a motion for next council
Yeah,
meeting.
could we?
I would do.
If we could, the tabling motion just
And-
requires a
and-
seconder and doesn't allow for any discussion.
Just to close this off, Madam Mayor, the mayor, as Councillor Ronsley has said, has got significant infrastructure knowledge over 6 terms as an elected official, and the mayor is de facto included in membership in all other committees in the village. This would be the outlier, and seems odd.
Yeah, it seems political, so I just want to say, okay, we've got a resolution to table the motion. Do we have a seconder? Call question on the tabling motion, all those in favor? Thank you very much, carried unanimously. If we can move along to resolution 9B, which is